Well, hello, cutie pies. What up?
Hey, honey bunches of oats.
You know what I realized?
What is that?
I've totally been forgetting to do my disclaimer, so I'm going straight to jail. Um,
Not at all. I would never let you. I was prepared. Like, let the people know what this is not.
Straight to jail. This is in fact not therapy. Everything said here is not taken as mental health or therapeutic advice. And if you are looking for support in a therapeutic setting, please find a licensed professional near you.
ASAP.
No jail for me.
No jail. M's not going to jail. I'm breaking you out, sis. Don't worry. I'm coming in with the file. Like it's
I
gonna
would do
happen.
terrible in jail. Terrible.
No, you know what? It's really not that. No, you really would have a good time. Jail is different than prison, though. Jail is legitimately like summer camp. They're braiding each other's
Well,
hair.
seriously, I think I would do like, as a human being with other people. Oh, I'd be running shit.
Yes.
The fact that I am stuck and I don't get to make the rules, and you're going to tell me where to go and what to be, that part I would struggle with.
Yes. Yes.
If you
But
know I'm
other than
this is there in the first week, I'd be like, oh, let me take care of you. I got this. Like I would do that part. I would do fine. I would
yes,
just run it. The fact that I can't leave when I was all done when I wanted to, that's where I would struggle.
that
I
is
really
the hard
struggle.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's chilly outside.
It is the absolute worst. I am cussing winter for filth. And then I saw there's like some polar vortex nonsense
My
going
face.
on.
The fact that I have a blanket
Means that
tells
it's cold.
you it's cold. It's
Yeah,
cold.
it's cold.
I don't remember it being this cold.
I
This
just
feels
hate winter. I hate it. I hate it real
I
bad.
I don't remember this. I didn't feel this way last year.
I think that we're gonna get a bad winter. Like, I don't think that we've had bad like I think we had like 3 snowstorms, and I think that was it. We were kind of done. I think it stayed in like 30s or 20s, but I
Yeah.
think we're gonna have some below freezing, some teens. Like it's not gonna be good.
Diane Campanella, aka my mom, has said, and I don't know what Farmer's Almanac, Weather Channel, I don't know, she be to knowing stuff. She says that December and January are supposed to be rough, but February and March are not supposed to be bad.
January is, I swear to you, 8 weeks long. Like, why is January so goddamn long? I hate January.
It's not for me either. And if that's my option, right? I'd rather it just not be bad. But if that's the option, I'll take it. But
Yeah,
they bets be digging that hole for my house in February.
legitimately.
If they're ready to dig and it's just because it's too cold,
Grrr.
you're gonna fist fight somebody.
I'm coming with you with a heater though. Like I'll have to I'll have to
I
have a
mean,
heater plugged in while I'm fighting people.
I already turned on my heated seat, so you better get in this car and you don't get a heated seat. Like
Listen, I can't get out of my car. I will not go to my car. I was sick at work and and I was like, I'm going home early. And my boss was like, I thought you were going home. And I was like, I have to wait for my car to heat up. Like I cannot go
oh,
outside.
1,000%.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no. I'm feeling that. I think I may have said this the other day, and if I did, I apologize. But did you know that because there's more darkness, your body is triggered to create more melatonin? Did I talk about this?
Melatonin.
I
Yes.
can't get over this. Why? Why does this happen? Like, so I got to be cold, stressed, and sleepy.
And sleepy. And sleepy.
I was so tired yesterday. I got annoyed with Devin, and I said, sit still so I could punch you." Because I didn't wanna go do I was just like, "Put your finger here so I can hit you." Because I was so annoyed, but also so tired. Like,
Yeah, I had to come home. My head hurt so bad. I had a migraine. I had to come home and take a nap. It was our office holiday party, so I wanted to bring Judah for a little networking. I had to
yes,
teach,
yes.
show her how to network. Because there was a judge that was there. Judah wants to be a lawyer, so, and there was someone else I work with who wants to go to law school, so I wanted them to connect. So
How
yeah.
did that go? Did that go well at least?
It did, it went really well, and so it was just nice to get to see, some I'm a mediator as well, so it's nice to see some of the people that are coming through and becoming new mediators, I do like mediation. It's a different skill set because we are a transformative model. So basically, we just repeat back what they said. That's basically what we do.
I don't know if I could do it. I give you all the credit.
Well, yeah, because I'm used to fixing things, right? So I'm like, okay, now tell them, and how about, and I get to be a blank piece of paper. I don't concern myself with the outcome at all. So I do kind of, it's freeing in that way.
I
But
could
yes, sometimes it's a little like, I want to say the thing.
I get that. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. All right, ma'am. I have I have no updates. I have no cool Holly Potty stories. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I was like, what do I have? Interesting. Nada. Sleepy. I've
Yep.
been meal prepping. That's about as much as I got. And I posted another video today about it, so we're very proud.
Look
Um,
at you.
I'm trying, but
You
y'all,
are, you're
Rella,
doing it. Not trying, you're doing it.
we are doing it. I appreciate that reframe. It was important.
Yes.
Internet. Rel and I had part of a conversation that we're going to have a full conversation about today. That's interesting, right? Because we're getting to the point of the year where everyone, well, two things, right? Like Rel and I are trained professionals in healing and in helping people heal, as well as the fact that we all are sitting in a place where we're getting to the time of year where everyone is telling you they need to be working on something and doing something and setting new goals and finding these things and go, 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 go. And Rel and I want to have a conversation about, I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but in no lamer words than this, the kind of bullshit that is the pressure to always be healing.
Yeah.
And we're kind of over that. What do you, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Because I think, and I was saying this today, there's so many people and it's so woo woo and oh, manifestation and it looks like this and it has to, and it's always something to be striving for. And a lot of that is because they're selling you something. And so, and it also capitalism with all of this go and go and go and go. And I will say sometimes you gotta just do nothing. Sometimes where I'm at is just where the fuck it is. Like that's it.
A
I
thousand
don't
percent.
got any more.
And like, as you're saying that, and I am 1,000% agreeing with you, my brain is also going like, this conversation is like a narcissist, like wet dream. And like, I just want to say that if you act like a piece of shit and you do piece of shit things,
Right.
this is not for you.
No.
This is not for you. So, just I would asterisk, don't be an asshole. Yeah.
That part. Don't yes, don't be an asshole, right? Because if you are, and how and right, Em and Rel, how do I know that I'm an asshole? Okay, if all of your relationships are shitty. That is how you know you are the asshole.
That one right there for sure, for sure. And here's the thing: if you don't, I just feel like there are so many people out there who are worried about being a bad person. But the fact that you're worried about it tells me that you're not a bad person.
Exactly that. You are not the asshole if you are concerned about it. If you're checking in,
Yeah.
man, how I wonder how that made them feel if you're thinking like I'm going to circle back and
Mhm.
hit them up, "Hey, we are right, everything okay?" That tells us that you are not the asshole.
That part, that
Yeah.
part. And I very much agree, right? And like Rel and I, we love a manifestation. We love some crystals. We love some future planning. We are goal getter people.
Yes,
I feel like the hardest thing for Rel and also for me sometimes is we have so many things we want to do, not enough hours in the day.
that part.
Like, as those people, we can still sit here and say that it is a-okay to just exist and not be working on yourself for once.
Or twice or 3 times, like, the
Yeah.
amount of times that I have sat in this house. I came in on a Friday and I did not do anything, and I mean nothing. I ate like shit, I watched trash TV, I
Mhm.
didn't talk to anyone, excuse me, and, I didn't emerge out of my house until Monday morning to go to work, and I was perfectly okay with that. I give myself permission to veg out and do nothing.
Yeah. And I think that's the difference, right? Like and you can do all the things, right? Like you can be in the therapy and doing the manifesting and the goal setting and all the things, right? But none of that, in my opinion, is ever going to do truly the most it can do for you until you get really good at knowing yourself and
Yeah,
understanding your gut. Because
absolutely.
you need to be able to see things and pause and go, is it time for that?
Right.
Or do I need a rest?
Absolutely. And the other, yeah, and the other part that I want to say is that when you are transforming your life and you're going from this to that, from A to B, you have to give yourself a minute to integrate into what it is, right? Like you have to
Mm,
be this new version for a little bit. So, you got it like your phone. It resets, right? But there is a time between or reset update. But there's a
yeah,
time between the last update and the new update. And so you just kind of have to sit with and get comfortable with this new part. So you change a little bit, you work on, maybe you begin setting boundaries and that looks like saying, "No, I'm not going to do that." You
yeah.
have to get comfortable and you have to integrate. Your nervous system needs time to go, okay, I think we're safe. And that's what we're saying. Sometimes the little changes, you need to fully embrace that. Otherwise, you're going to push, 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 and then you're going to crash because you're asking yourself to do too much. You're asking your nervous system to do too much.
Oh, 1,000%. I think of this conversation also reminds me of my I do like a New Year practice, and Rella and I have done this together once.
Yep.
Um, and I call this practice purposeful planning because and it is a non-negotiable for me in any reality where I am goal setting or working on things or any of it where I have pausing points. I have I have break points. I have split parts of my schedule when I plan out for a month, a year, a week, it doesn't matter where I stop and I pause and I reflect and I go, how am I feeling? What's working? What's not working? Where do I need to shift? Am I still aligned with this goal? And I pause. And that is a non negotiable for me. And I think it falls into this fact that, like, some people can very much make it feel like the only people who achieve things are the ones that go, 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 go nonstop. And it's a total bullshit lie. It's a lie. You have to be able to pause. You have to be able to be proud of yourself and take a minute and be like, I did that thing or I'm doing this thing and it's really hard. And I just don't feel like we live in that reality. Honestly, I feel like we live in a world that uses so much therapy language that they don't understand. Like the
Yep.
amount of people that are walking around like he's a narcissist, she's a narcissist. I'm like, you don't even know that.
Girl.
It's like, chill.
Exactly. You have
Like,
no idea.
like
As someone who has looked at the DSM-5, right? And you want to diagnose, but they do not meet the criteria. So you cannot say that. That is not the case at all. And you have, like you said, you have no idea. They're these buzzwords.
they are that like therapy buzzword. I hate that. There's so much like, and again, like not all of it, right? Like I
No.
appreciate like an organized therapeutic video that helps people understand things, or even like self-help content. I create self-help content.
Right.
I have a whole page dedicated to it. And I still can acknowledge between that and the therapy and the growth culture everywhere, it's quietly just like creating this message, I feel like, that says if you're not actively healing, you're actively falling behind.
And I think that is capitalism at its finest.
Mm,
Capitalism has us in this hustle culture. I got to go, 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 go. Let me tell you something, that is a scarcity mindset.
oh, it's that.
Abundance is slow. It
Yeah.
is on your time, and you have got to regulate yourself into believing that. And part of that also is this idea that in order to be loved, in order to be successful, I have to work for it. You don't. You get to exist
Yep.
and you get to and those things will come up. The changing that I decided to do, and that's really what it was deciding to do. I looked at my life and I felt like I don't like where I am and I want to be someplace different. How do I do that? Okay, I need to go back to school. All right. And then I decided, what does that look like? And so I began a journey of going back to school. um that's how you change and you decide what it is that you want to do. But and overall, like, I was happy with myself. I think life will come at you, and then you're going to assess, this doesn't feel good. But you have to be able to sit down with yourself, slow down enough to notice what that is and where you want to go, like you said, you know what I mean? And yeah, so that part. Yeah.
I very much agree. And I think if you're like, okay, but how do I do that? I think it starts with my place I generally like to start is like reflective questions.
Yep.
So I think it's like, how does it feel when there isn't always something to fix or something to change or something, another to-do list to write, right? What does it feel like to rest? Because the amount of people that I know in real life, professional life, all the things that feel so uncomfortable resting, it really
Right.
makes my heart hurt. Because if there's anything your girl M likes to do, is like a little rest. I love
A-
it. And I have no,
Absolutely.
and I have no problem saying that because Rel will tell you, and nobody can hustle like me.
Nobody. There is
I
not a soul.
I
My
can make
girl get it done.
something out of nothing, and I've been doing it for years. So I have no problem being like, "Yeah, I need a sleepy day."
Yeah.
I love bed by 8:30, and I still get so many things done. The amount of people who are like, "Oh, you're a therapist," and I go, "Yeah, I'm a therapist, and I'm an author, and I'm a podcaster, and I'm
Yep.
a social media creator,
Yep.
and I'm a journal writer," and
Yep.
I could keep going.
Yep.
And I still get good sleep, and I still take time off, and I still love a little crafty craft, and I'm still caught up on my Netflix shows
Okay.
because it doesn't all have it's not all or nothing.
Correct. And
I think where the problems lie.
yeah, and that's something. What do I want to say? Like, I needed to learn, right? I needed to sit with that. I too do a lot of things, and I'm not even cognizant of the things that I do. So people around me go, "Oh my goodness, you do so much," and I'm like, "Really?" Because I don't feel like that. Like, I do so much. The one thing that I do want to get better about is my planning. I'm a fly by the seat of my pants kind of girl just because my life sometimes dictated that. I got to do this for my grandmother. My kid calls, I got to go over here and do the thing and da 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 da. Da. I was running, I was responsible for 5 programs, and so I was on the fly a lot. But um I do want to take a page out of M's book with, okay, what does it look like? How am I going to go from point A to point B? And exactly that. I don't want to be rushed. And I'll tell you the other part. What I've started doing, I start asking myself how I feel about it. And I go, "Do you really want to do this?" And I pay attention to what my body, cuz I'll ask and I'll hear it. I'll hear a yeah, or I'll hear a no. I know.
Yes.
And I know when I have to, when I'm forcing, like, I know I don't really want to do this, but I told them, and so on and so forth. And I'm honoring myself and going, no, so I'm not doing it. I'm not going.
Yeah. I think you and I are really good at that, especially with each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it's too much, it's too much, and we take a break. There
Yeah.
have been days where we were supposed to record, and I go, "Rel, I don't
I
got
don't
it."
got
I'm
it. Yeah.
she goes, "Not a problem then," because nothing is an emergency. Nothing I'm doing is an emergency.
Yeah.
You know what
Exactly.
I mean? And that's okay,
Yep.
because it doesn't have to be. Not everything has to be on fire for it to be a priority.
Correct. And here's the thing, and I know it's woo woo, to say, but nothing that's for you will pass you by. It's coming.
How did you pull out of my brain? I was just gonna say, what's meant for me is never gonna miss me. Ever.
Never.
It never has. And Rel will remember because we've been friends a hot minute. I was at a point in my life where I was so unbelievably stressed out between finishing grad school and trying to take my exam and trying to find a therapist job that I wanted and still running my business and doing all of the things that I remember voice messaging you and saying, I realized that every time I achieve something now, I don't even take a minute to be like, wow, you did it. I'm on to the next goal. And I don't like that. It's making me not like anything. And I want to love things. I remember actively telling you that and having to make that shift
Yep.
because I was starting not to like anything because everything was just another tier I had to hit.
And same here, I never things that I had, people would go, wow, you did this thing. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Cause I was already on to the next thing. Like I didn't even care about that thing. And there's something to be said for stopping yourself to be able to give yourself credit. Wow, I did a really hard thing. Look at me.
For
And
sure.
patting yourself on the back, because also I think in this society, when you big up yourself, oh, she's arrogant, or he's arrogant, or they think too much of themselves. No, I'm my biggest fan, because why can't I be?
And you should be.
Absolutely,
You
you're
should
supposed
be.
to be.
Because if you don't like you, how do you gauge anything?
Exactly.
What is your purpose?
Right.
What is the real meaning you're doing anything? You have to love it. You have to love you. You can't make any real change in any aspect of your life if you don't at first be grateful and happy for who you are in the moment and what
Absolutely.
it took to get there.
Exactly. And that's about spending, and also, how then can you spend time with yourself and not be going if you don't like your own company? Baby,
Mm,
I love me. You hear me?
mhm.
And because society will come around and it will tell you all the reasons why you shouldn't love yourself, right? From a very young age, we are conditioned to look outward at other people, other things to aspire to. Oh, I need to make this amount of money. And that's all marketing BS, but I need to look like this. I need to wear this thing. All of these things to be status symbols to show other people that I'm worthy, and to shed that and go F you and whatever it is that you're peddling. I'm fine just the way that I am. How can you say that if you're always looking externally for validation? You have to be able to validate yourself and sit with yourself and go, you know what? I fucks with me the hard way.
Mhm. Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah,
And once you're able to do that, it's much easier to balance.
sure.
I can be proud and love the person I am and realize that I've been really stressed last week and I snapped at Devin a little too much and I want to work on my response time. I can be so proud and in love with my body and all that it's carried to me, and also realize that some blood work came back and I want to maybe work on some things or cut out some whatever. Right? There's no matter what example I give you, there can always be both.
Absolutely.
And I think back to after that conversation we had where had this really, I was like, oh, I got to change some things because this is no longer good. I remember sitting down and going, okay, where do I start? And the question that popped in my head looked like a version of like, when do I get to just be a human without being a work in progress?
Right.
And I didn't really have an answer because I was always trying to beat the new best.
Yeah.
That I went, when do I just get to be me? When do I just get to like things because I like them?
Right.
When does it not have to be a like to know it video or a new style video or a food outlet? And now, and like anyone who follows me know, like I fell off the face of the internet for a good year. You didn't see nothing from nobody. You probably thought I was dead. Like I had nothing. And now
Right.
I'm in a place where I create when and because I want to,
Right.
because I enjoy it. But I had pushed myself so hard that I didn't like it anymore.
Right. Right.
It's a
And
lot.
yeah, it is, because again, we're in this hustle culture, but
Mhm.
really because so many of us don't have enough. We feel like we don't have enough. So then for me, that's been my problem.
Yeah.
I was talking to, my higher power the other last week, because I felt like I'm so tired of struggling. I was a teen mom, so it's never felt like enough. I've never been comfortable. And when I finally got comfortable and I was like, okay, I can breathe, baby, my world got flipped upside down. And I'll tell you, sometimes when we look at what is external, so if I make this amount of money, then I've made it. Well, what happens when they take that from you? Have I no longer made it? You know what I mean? And so, even in my situation, to have been let go after I had poured my soul into this, I had to be able to say, but that wasn't about me not being good enough and about my work not being good enough. Right. And sitting in that. And I'm the same person that I was today that I was, 6 months ago when I was at the top of seemingly my game.
Yeah.
And it's about sometimes they make it again all about these numbers. Like even when people are shading one another, they it's everything external. It's nothing internal. Well, I make this amount of money. Oh, so you're supposed to be better than me because you make X number of dollars, or you weigh this amount of money, or you weigh this amount, or you drive this car, and we do it with all the things because consumerism, they tell us what we have to buy. You need this specific car because then people are going to treat you differently, and they do, and that's a
Mhm.
shame.
Yeah.
But that's part of it. Who are you with all when all of those things go away? And I can tell you, like I said, I'm the same girl 6 months ago that I am 6 weeks ago that I am today, making less or whatever. It takes nothing away from who I am as an individual. And that's how comfortable you have to be with yourself.
Oh, 1,000%, 1,000%.
Yeah.
And I also think too, right? Like that this idea with the consumer, you're 100% right. And I immediately when you talk consumer, I always go back to the American dream, right? And I always think about when that started and they were like, you have to have the new refrigerator if you want the American dream. You have to have the new car, you have to have the new oven, you had to have these things. And it now has gotten to a place that you will never have enough. You will never have.
Ever. Ever compare, messing with these folks. I mean, I was looking at something and it broke down all of the things that we think are true. And it's just data. You can make data say anything that you want to say. So you
1,000%.
always have to look at who supplied this information. The reason why breakfast, they say, is the most important meal of the day, it was marketing because they needed us to buy milk
Yeah.
for cereal. You know what I mean? Like it's all of these things that were never true. They wanted women smoking. So then, that's all it is. It's propaganda. And so where you have to start asking the question, where is this coming from?
Mhm.
Why do I feel this way? You know what I mean? Is that truly how you feel, or is that because what's coming in? Like something very, very simple. Eyebrows. I remember eyebrows were like such a big to do. And I remember going, oh, thank goodness I had when thin eyebrows were in. So I was
Yeah.
like, I don't have to do, any work on these eyebrows. Then bushy eyebrows were in, and it was like, and I was like obsessed, and I almost got microbladed. And I went, why do I feel this way? I had to ask myself, why do I want these
Yeah.
bushy eyebrows? Because it
'Cause that's
was,
what they said. Yeah.
trends. They told me that in order to be the it girl, you had to have these bushy eyebrows. Don't got them.
Yeah.
They're non-existent.
100%. And I think I mean, the amount of like elementary school aged kids at this point that are
Yeah.
walking around with Stanleys and like the thing they have because it starts as little as first and second grade now.
Yep.
It's just getting younger and younger, and, like and that doesn't mean, like, I don't think, like, we can buy cute things for our kids. It's never about that, it's just about the pressure to do so. Are you doing this because you want to and it feels good and it feels like something genuine for you, or are you doing it out of fear? Because I try really hard not to make decisions out of fear
Out of
anymore,
fear. Right.
and also about perfectionism, right? Like, I
Yep.
do think that, like, this healing hustle culture leads into, like, another form of perfectionism,
Yes.
and another thing that I actively try to avoid because no matter how hard anyone tries, they will never be perfect.
Never.
Yeah,
Never.
and that doesn't mean we don't try at all. It
Right.
just means we need to be really checked in about who we are and how we feel and what we need. And it's okay to take a break. It's okay to be happy and content. It's okay to be proud of yourself out loud and also internally.
And I don't want to say okay. I want to take it a step further, and I want to say it's necessary. It's a must.
Ooh, I like that. I agree.
Yeah.
Second.
Yeah, it is a must. My kid, let me tell you something about my kid. My kid will come out the house with like this on top of her head and her hair like sticking up. She just don't give a damn. And
Mhm.
sometimes I'm like, Jolie, you gonna iron your clothes? And she's like, no. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. Come on. I don't care. Cause I also understand that some days I just don't care and I don't want it. But I love that she does march to the beat of her own drum. And
1000%.
she's, yeah. And I'm thankful because that's going to serve her later on in life. She really does enjoy her company. She got her and her dogs, baby, she is fine. You know what I mean? And
I
I
love
love
that.
that for her because
Mhm.
too many times we are looking externally for people to validate us. And I tell the people, I am cilantro. And some people have a gene that makes it taste like soap for them. So some people absolutely hate cilantro. Those people are fine. Everybody ain't gonna like me. Everybody isn't supposed to like me. And
Mm.
when I tell you I'm not finna change a damn thing about myself, I'm not going to shrink myself, change myself. I'm gonna be authentically myself each and every place that I go. I will not work at a job where I know that I have to mask. I ain't doing it.
And honestly, I think you're better for it. I think you're better for it.
Yeah, because I'm watching on the internet, like, these content creators. It's like, where's the creativity? I watched a content creator verbatim. I saw the original and then I saw someone else copy. I went, oh, like, verbatim. I was mortified that you didn't think that you were good enough or that your content was fine enough to be exactly who you are, because if that's how people find you, that means you're gonna have to morph into somebody else in order
Yes.
to maintain
Yes.
followers and all this other stuff. Uh-uh. And I get it because content creation, it seems like it's a vehicle to get out of having to do things that you don't want to do, like doing work that you don't want to do. You can be a content creator with no college education. So it really is a way to get yourself, to the next level. And I love that. You know what I mean? And some people like look down their nose at it, but I love it. It makes the game, it makes the playing field even. Love that.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, but I'm not going to sacrifice who I am for it. I'm not going to do it.
Nope.
'Cause
And nobody should.
no, no, you're gonna one day not recognize yourself. You're gonna have gotten so far from who you really are. And you gonna end up your ass gonna be like Diddy.
Oh shit.
So I'm just,
Not
no, but
wrong, you
yeah,
know?
no, and but that really is when you are looking externally for validation, that's the slippery slope because you could find yourself in some places and spaces that you won't recognize who you are. Your family won't recognize who you are. And that's really dangerous. And don't sell
Yeah.
yourself short. You're amazing. Whoever you are, however you are, you're amazing. When you have, when you've got people that really fool la la with you for real, they were with you shooting in the gym, they are solid and they like you. Don't change.
Yeah. 100%. I don't even want to add anything because that's exactly where I want to leave that because that's exactly how people should feel. And I hope they can continue to work on that and get to that place if you're not there already.
For sure.
Well, that's
And if you got some questions, then get on the speak pipe and you ask us, get into these comments and let us know, hey, you said, the changing looks like this or asking a question. But if you need us to, do a little deeper dive, then, get on the line and let us know and we'll be happy to do so.
for sure. I wholeheartedly agree. I
Yes.
think it's important. Y'all, the comments, the likes, the subscribes, the speak pipe, it's all there for you. It's all there for you, and we'd love to hear from you. They're trying to plow apparently outside my building. I don't know if you can hear that. I
Nope,
apologize.
you
It's
cannot
so
hear
loud.
it. You
Good.
cannot hear it at all.
I got nothing else. I'm gonna leave y'all with that.
That's it.
Have a fabulous week, and we will see
And
you.
rest, 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 rest. No work. If you need permission, like we talked about last episode, then please know Shades of Sanity has given it to you. So sit your ass down, put your jammies on, and watch trash TV.
1,000%.
That's
No, no.
it. Yes. All
All
right.
right, y'all. We'll
Bye.
see you next week. Bye.